All right, everybody, I wanted to do a quick training video to help people out. I think many of you are familiar with this Healy device. It's a medical device from Germany. It does both frequency microcurrents and vibrational therapy. And this particular model also has the ability to tap into the quantum informational field for myself and for my clients by distance, do an accurate analysis for them, and send them specific vibrations. Now, I want to go over quickly how I know a lot of you are actually already have this device and are emotion code and body code practitioners. I'm going to give you some insights on how you might use it in your practice. So real quick, this app, an app on my phone talks to this device, okay? So right now we have the app displayed here. And right now, I can go, if I have a new client, I can go in and I can add new client, individual, animal. You can work on animals, plants, organizations. But if I do it as an individual, all you do is you get a picture, full name, birth date, birthplace, male, female, and then I record their vibration. Either if they're in person with me, they hold it in their hand, or I hold it for them by proxy, okay? And then they're stored in my device. I can very easily go back and run a scan on them. Super easy, okay? For me right now, I'm gonna show you, I can do aura analysis scans, which we're not gonna do right now. I'll do one after this. But I wanna do a resonant scan, and you'll see these are all the different programs and categories I can do scans on. Now I can do scans on all the programs, but I find it very interesting to focus in on some of them. And we're going to talk about one in particular today, this thing called the I Ching. And a lot of people will, it's a Chinese medicine philosophy, wisdom type of document that you can use kind of through muscle testing to track on what you really need to work on or what you need to connect to, right? And I did this morning. I found it very interesting because I combined it with some emotion code body work and found it to be super helpful. And so you could use this for clients because anything that you can give a quantitative measurement before a session and after the session will be very helpful for you. It's helpful for your client to see that things are actually working, and helpful for you to know what progress you're making as well. So if we go to the I Ching and we hit analyze, and we'll just let that finish scanning it. Okay. Now, again, you can do this by distance for clients too, over Zoom, which I'm doing quite a bit of. So early this morning, the one that came up was, where is it? Do we even see it here anymore? Ye prophet. Okay. So this morning, I'll give you an insight. It was for something called Qian, which is creative power, okay? And it was, you see this number up here, 75%. Well, for Qian, it was 83%. It means I had a very high need to work through some issues regarding creative power. And it was accurate. I was feeling like a bit like I'd lost my mojo and wasn't super pumped up to move forward in some things I really needed to move forward in. So what I did is I took that. Now I can also run vibrationally a therapy from the device to help heal it. But what I did is I took Qian, I wrote down the percentage. I also wrote down the level of consciousness regarding it. And I'll just show you exactly what I did here. So we go back to share my own screen and get rid of that. Okay, so this is right here in particular. So what I did is this is what I'm working on. This is the description of creative power. It started at 83%, okay? And I also measured the level of consciousness regarding it as well, okay? And what I found is that it had to do with a judgment that I had given up my creative power. Okay. And underlying it was an inherited heart wall of shame. So when I released the shame, and then when I got back and I dealt with the judgment, then it shifted radically to 800. And the corresponding, and it was a very, I could like really feel the impact of this when I did it. So one thing you could do is if you have a Healy and a resonance device, you could simply go through the different top things that people need to connect to in the I Ching and resolve them energetically, and then remeasure within the device, and also use the frequencies of vibrational therapy in the device to help with that. Similarly, you could also do that. Let's see here. All right. Similarly, we could also connect to this quickly. All right, similarly, we could also do that same type of thing. For example, with Bach flower remedies, because they give quite a bit of insight on emotional stuff to go through, and I could use it as a template or a guide on what to do emotion code work on. Also, it will give me insight on what Bach flower remedies use, and also what essential oils. So mustard, sadness and melancholy comes up quite a bit for me. It comes up enough that I should probably get some Bach flower remedies and some essential oil of mescal, I think that's how you pronounce it, or a gemstone, right? To help use in conjunction with any emotion code, body code work I do on myself for this area. But what it will also do for me is if I did emotional work on myself regarding this, and if I come back and measure it, then I can see if we're making progress, okay? So I could do it in that area. I could do it, for example, the amino acids is actually just analysis of nutritionally what I'm lacking. So instead of muscle testing everything in my cupboard and all the different supplements, it would give me the ability to just double check a couple key things, okay? And then go back and grab it. All right, L-arginine comes up very regularly for me, regularly enough that I went and got some, okay? Now I can also deliver this vibrationally to myself. I see fairly regularly, so GLA, it's type of, I'm seeing the GLA enough that I'm also going to be more regular in supplementing with fish oil. All right. The other thing I can do is, actually I had a very interesting thing, and on a whole bunch of them, the lung program kept on coming up and up in a couple days in a row. So I actually, instead of trying to deal with it using the Healy vibrational programs or supplementation, I actually did emotion code, body code work on why my lungs were having issues, and it was really some major stuff that I needed to work through. And when I did, then for example, the materia medica, which is actually homeopathic indication, came up as less of an issue that I had to deal with. So it gave me indication that it wasn't that I had resolved the energetic underlying imbalance on why it was coming up on the different specific programs for meridians for lungs, for materia medica for homeopathic things for lungs as well. Anyways, hope that is helpful. I know a lot of you have this device. You're getting as amazing results as I am with it, but I just want to give you some suggestions on how to incorporate it into your energy healing practice.